Here's something wild. Native English speakers use phrasal verbs about every 8 words they say. But 7 out of 10 intermediate learners mess them up in ways that sound, well, pretty awkward. In this lesson, we're going to crush 4 huge phrasal verb mistakes that make native speakers do a double take. And trust me, once you hear these mistakes, you'll never make them again. Mistake 1. And this is super common. Learners say, I gave up to smoking. Wrong. The correct phrase is, I gave up smoking. Notice? No, to. This is wild because the word give normally takes an object with to, right? Give it to me. But phrasal verbs don't follow normal rules. The preposition in the phrasal verb is already doing the job. So when you say give up, the up connects directly to the object. No, to needed. Listen to the difference. Wrong. I'm giving up to junk food. Correct. I'm giving up junk food. See how smoother that sounds? Here's where it gets tricky. Mistake number 2. The word order disaster. You'll hear learners say, I need to look the information up. But that's clunky. Yeah? The native way? I need to look it up. When you use a pronoun, like it, him, them, the pronoun goes between the verb and the particle. So it's look it up, not look up it. But here's the mind-bending part. If you use a full noun, you can say it both ways. Look up the information or look the information up. Both work. But with pronouns, only one way works. Look it up, not look up it. That sounds like Yoda speaking English. The rule, pronoun always goes in the middle. Alright, mistake 3. This one blows minds. Some phrasal verbs are separable. Some aren't. Take turn down versus run into. You can say turn the volume down or turn down the volume. Both good. But run into doesn't work that way. You can't say run my old friend into. That's gibberish. You have to say run into my old friend. The problem? Learners treat every phrasal verb like it works the same way. Here's the trick to remember. If the phrasal verb has a clear cause and effect action, it's usually separable. Turn off the light. You're making an action happen. Put on your coat. You're doing something to the coat. But if the phrasal verb is more about movement or happening, it's not separable. Run into someone isn't an action you do to them. It's something that happens naturally. And finally, mistake 4. This is subtle but powerful. Learners mix up particles that sound similar. Like, they'll say, put down your bag, when they mean, put your bag away. Or they'll say, put up with noise, when they just mean, tolerate. The thing is, phrasal verbs are super specific. Put off means, delay. Put on means, wear, or start. Put up means, build, or endure. Put away means, store. One tiny particle changes everything. Here's a real example from the street. A tourist says to a local, can you put up with the rain here? They think it's a casual question. But a native English speaker hears it as, can you tolerate the rain? Single quote. Which sounds slightly rude, like they're complaining about the weather. If they'd said, put up an umbrella, it's a totally different meaning. The lesson? Don't approximate phrasal verbs. Learn them in context. Learn the exact particles. Because one letter change flips the meaning. Here's a bonus insight that'll change how you learn phrasal verbs forever. Native speakers don't memorize them from rules. They learn them from seeing them in action, hearing them repeatedly, and using them in real situations. So here's what you do. Pick one phrasal verb this week. Let's say, put up with. Then search for it in movies, TV shows, podcasts, even Reddit threads. Hear it used naturally 5, 10, 20 times. Then use it yourself in a sentence about your life. Write it down. Say it out loud. The more you see it in context, the faster it sticks. And you'll never confuse it with put on or put off. The rule-based approach works for grammar. But phrasal verbs? They live in context. Live with them. Hang out with them. That's the native speaker secret.